What is up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Big Brother Canada 4, episodes 30 through 32.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We just had the finale for Big Brother Canada 4. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
Welcome to Reality Room Podcast,
Episode 17, and we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, lots to talk about. Hello.
So, the last time we got off, it was between the brothers, Cassandra and Tim, and they were fighting for the head of household competition.
That's right. Final 4 HOH. Very, very important because it solidifies yourself in the final 3.
Mm-hmm. And Nick wins it.
Right.
Very
Nick,
happy for him.
Nick wins it. Cassandra throws it to him.
Really?
Yes. Very, very interesting stuff right there. And the brothers seem to be like, oh, I can't believe Cassandra threw it to us, huh? She's so stupid. And then while it looked like she wasn't, they were like, oh, I can't believe she's not throwing it. What a bitch. So, a little...
They're contradicting what they're saying.
A little hypocritical there, but whatever. Oh, I expect her to do it, but, when she doesn't, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Okay.
So the brothers are HOH, and it doesn't really matter who they put up on the block. They put up Tim and Cassandra anyways, because Kelsey, didn't put them up on the block last week, and also it's better for... I guess it just kind of like proves loyalty to Kelsey. Sorry. To Kelsey, and I guess Kelsey can repay the favor in the future, which we find out she does.
Yeah.
Really big.
Yeah, really
completely big. Like, oh my god,
we'll get to that in the finale.
Yes.
But until then, let's talk a little bit about...
the veto competition?
Yeah, not a lot happened in episode 30. It was mostly just recapping of the season. But episode 31, they bring in the surprise eviction episode.
Okay.
And this was big on them because they did not see this coming. This was only maybe a few days after the HOH. So they show the veto competition that they had. And basically what they had to do was run into a house and collect these words, these phrases that correspond to a particular house guest. I believe it was one of the jury members. Is that correct? Or it could have been one of the jury or maybe a few people from outside. I don't remember. But they had to find 3 for each of them, and it was hidden throughout the house, and they had to find them, basically.
Yeah.
And they all seemed to have some people had a little trouble with it, and some people seemed to have, just very natural. I remember Kelsey was looking around for this fucking, one thing that was, right above her head, the entire time. And apparently, everyone missed that same one.
Oh,
it was, on top of, a picture
I
frame.
hate that in reality shows where it's, right in front of your face. And
yeah, I know. It was
such a slap in the face.
They're looking down. It was above them. It was just this funny little thing. But yeah, they all pretty much missed that one. But anyway, the winner of the veto ended up being Nick. As always. Basically, if Nick's in a competition, you can pretty much bet on him winning it.
Yeah, right.
So Felipe not so much. Probably better that Felipe can't play in the HOHs after Nick wins them. Mm-hmm. Pretty funny.
And what happens is he keeps Kelsey off the block so Kelsey can vote who she wants out.
That's right.
And she chooses to evict Cassandra over Tim. Smart move?
No, I don't think that's a smart move. Just from their perspective, I think that Tim is the stronger player. I think Cassandra has a worse chance of winning in the final two.
Well, the thing is, Tim won 1 HOH and a veto, and Cassandra only won. Technically, she only won 1 veto because the HOH was for her dad. So, I guess it could have been a lot better if they got rid of Tim first.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter that much when you put it like that. Yeah. But I like Cassandra, so I wanted her to be in the final 3.
Yeah. So Cassandra's out, and now it's the final 3 between the brothers, Kelsey and Tim.
And this is not the final 2, the final 3 that me and Chris wanted. We both predicted Cassandra.
Brothers Kelsey. I thought brothers Kelsey, Cassandra.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. I thought the same thing, and we just predicted different final 2s. You were with Kelsey, Cassandra, me with the brothers and Cassandra. Yeah. So we were a little not too happy with the final 3 results, but it is what it is. I really thought that they should have maybe voted out Tim, but what do I know?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the final 3. So the first competition that they have, we'll just jump right into the competition.
Yeah, just jump right into it. Yeah.
And then we'll do maybe the jury talk that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so final 3 HOH, the first one. It was a very long endurance one. They had to take this little thing it's like a little puzzle thing. They had to it was really cold out or whatever. They had to plug these steps on, I don't know. It was all I know is Kelsey had a lot of trouble with that part, but Tim and the brothers, they were killing it. They had to like plug up these steps, blah 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 blah. I think it was like 3 stories or whatever. And once they finished with that, they had to take this little glass of water, I believe it was, and they had to fill up this tube and get the ball out of it. You know, kind of like the staple Big Brother just the staple Big Brother competition.
The one when they like go back, they have to put water into a cup and they have to get the ball out. Okay, yeah.
Basically, it's pretty.
And who wins that?
The person who wins that is Felipe, actually.
Nice.
So
Good for him.
Very surprising, Felipe actually winning a competition. Well, I mean, it's only 3
This is
people.
technically his first, right? No, second.
I believe it's his second.
Because he won the veto.
Yeah.
That backdoor Jared.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say it was a very interesting, very good for Felipe to win. But then again, he was only really up against 2 people, and Kelsey was not doing well in that competition at all. Quite awful, I would add.
Yeah.
So this brings us
to the second part.
Yes.
Between Kelsey versus Tim.
Yes. I'm trying to think about this now.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
What was it? I didn't even watch the
episode. We might have to pause this.
No, it's fine. So what happens is the second competition. Apparently, we heard that Tim throws it. Correct?
No, Tim doesn't throw it. He just loses flat out. So it was like this very long competition. It's like, okay, do you remember certain events in the house? I don't remember exactly what it was because there was so much to it.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was one point that had like dice with different house guests on it. House guest names, the dates, certain house guests left.
Kelsey won it pretty much.
Competition, yeah.
Yeah, so Kelsey won it and Tim didn't.
Basically, Tim ended up having to forfeit because he didn't know any of the days that people left because he didn't study at all.
Should have studied.
Yeah, should have studied.
Instead of being like, I'm here for the fun, blah, blah, blah.
But that's also a good argument on why they kept Tim instead of Cassandra, because if Cassandra was in that competition, I think she would have beaten Kelsey. Yeah. So maybe
that was a good choice for them.
Yeah, maybe the final 4 was actually maybe it was a good decision by Kelsey and the brothers there.
So now the brothers and Kelsey, they have to verse each other. It's Felipe and Kelsey, and I believe the challenge had something to do with who said what.
Yeah, it was like one of those things. I believe I wasn't paying too much attention to it.
I think that's what it was.
But in the long run,
Felipe wins it.
Yeah. Right.
No, I'm sorry.
Wait,
whoa! Kelsey wins it. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to
Got
say.
you there. Ha. Kelsey wins it.
I'm sorry. It's been a long time, guys.
Yeah. So Kelsey wins it, and her decision is that she takes the brothers to final 2 instead of Tim, and I think that's smart because Tim would have completely crushed her.
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of people in the jury house, they have a close connection with Tim, and they probably see like what the kind of game he won, and also it would pretty much just be handing a second Big Brother win to
an international player.
To an international player.
So now we have an interesting final 2. We have a brother twist, and we also have someone who
returned to the house.
Returned back to the house. I think this is Kelsey is known for being someone to get evicted and then make it as far as possible ever.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I've ever seen a returnee come back and make it a final 2.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I could be wrong on that, guys. I mean, we could be wrong on that, but let us know in the comment section if that's ever happened. Maybe in a different Big Brother.
Right.
One that we're not familiar with, perhaps.
Maybe like Australia or Italy or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, we never know.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about the jury and a little bit about their reaction to the final 3 before.
I'm pretty sure that. Well, Nikki was pissed that Cassandra didn't make it because she thought that Cassandra was playing an excellent game.
Yeah, so Nikki was disappointed that she couldn't get a chance to vote for the biggest batch in the house. Was Nikki still mad at Tim? I don't even remember. I think she might have still been mad, right?
Yeah, she was probably mad, but I mean,
everyone
was mad that Tim left.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact, because Tim would have won it.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying that Tim probably played the best game. They said the brothers didn't have one brain between the 2 of them.
There was something,
It was just, a little amusing
thing. But I want to talk about the questions that they asked the jury. So Kelsey's responses...
Afterwards.
Right, so afterwards. So the brothers and Kelsey have to talk to the jurors and answer their questions, and Nick was doing the best job, I felt like, and Felipe just had no idea how to respond to things. He was extremely emotional. Tim was trying to manipulate him even outside of the game, trying to get him to say something that was a double-edged sword.
Nick was just kind of like, whenever Felipe talked, Nick just kind of jumped in after and said, like, the right answer.
Yes.
So Felipe said, bullshit, yada, yada, yada. And then Nick jumped in and he's like, okay, it's actually this, and this. That's what we did.
And,
okay.
Right. So, Kelsey, like, I'm very surprised about Kelsey's, like,
decision on how to play herself.
Right, because we saw in her diary room that she was trying to play it off as if, like...
Yeah.
She didn't really know anything, and I'm very surprised about her speech at the final two because I thought that's something that she would have said to the jury. By the way, I'm playing this way to convince people that I'm very low pitch, like low on the radar type of person, and I don't know what I'm doing. And that's not what she said at all. She was like, I played kindly, and it's just like stop using emotions as to reasons as to why you should win because that's not gonna get you to win $100,000.
The way Kelsey presented herself in this final two, that's not what Big Brother is. People that watch Big Brother and people that are in the jury house, what they respect are liars and manipulators. They love those people.
And like they're gonna crown someone who's played the best strategic game, the best social game, and who won the most competitions.
Kelsey was playing purely social in her final two speech. She wasn't relying on anything else. She's like, listen, I was kind. You can play this game by being honest. But she's shown throughout the game that she wasn't always honest.
Exactly,
She told Jared multiple times, fool them, don't get us on the block, go in there and fool them.
Right.
I was just like, why don't you just say that?
I'm a little disappointed by that. But, I mean, she made it...
Felipe said the same thing, though.
Yeah, so Nick honestly deserves... Yeah.
I would say the brothers, just Nick.
Yeah.
I made a tweet that I actually got a few likes that said, can we just give the money to Nick?
I saw that, yeah. I mean, I really appreciate Nick's game.
Yeah,
we didn't even know who he was. We didn't even know he wasn't even announced to the cast until like after he got in.
I know.
And the fact that he like won it with his brother is fucking amazing. I love that.
I know. And they were like they said in their final two, one of the questions, I think Tim asked the brothers, they were like, hey, how did you utilize your game because you had a major advantage? And they're like, listen, it was not an advantage to have two of us here. It was a disadvantage.
Because they were a big target.
Because one, they were a big target, and two, they had to make sure they verified everything with one another. Because if they told one person in the house one thing, they had to make sure that the brother knew what they told them, so that then when the other person asked them, it would be the same story.
Right, exactly.
So I thought that was Nick just had such good answers.
Just everything he said, his whole entire game was spot on perfect, I thought.
I know. Nick just played a fantastic game.
And he deserved to win it.
He deserved to win it. Felipe, he did his part some weeks.
Yeah.
Early on, I feel like Felipe played the better social game early on. Nick played the better everything at the mid end, mid to the end.
So the brothers win by a 7-2 vote. The two other votes were Royal and Jared. I'm not surprised by that, honestly.
Oh, they have such a great friendship, those guys. Oh, something little about Maddie.
Oh yeah, I like the clips that they show. They recap everything, and one of the questions like something about Maddie and her relationships with everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
And she's like, "Yeah, I found the right person." Blah blah. blah. Ramsey.
Yeah, they asked Maddie about Nick or whatever, and she's like, "He was too clingy." And I'm like, "Bruh, you had a boyfriend when he walked in."
She went from having a boyfriend to going out with Nick to going to Ramsey.
And I don't know if Ramsey likes her anymore.
She was crying when he came back.
Yeah, well, she really liked him.
Yeah.
I don't know if those feelings are any more reciprocated, but
Right. So overall, let's talk about overall the season.
Okay.
The brothers win it. Did we think from the beginning that the brothers were going to win it?
Well,
we didn't say that. We did not say that they were going to get evicted early. So that.
Right. We thought. I don't think we thought they would be a big target, but we thought they would overcome it. Is that what we thought originally? I think we thought.
But in the beginning, we didn't know about.
Right. Exactly.
Until the twist came, and then we were like, "Oh shit! Now there's two of them."
Let's talk about our original predictions for winners.
Yeah. So I didn't. I'm pretty sure I said Kelsey and Cassandra, and I really wanted Kelsey to win this.
No, I'm talking about the original first episode.
Oh god!
Oh boy!
So I thought Lavita was gonna win it.
I thought Dallas was gonna win it.
Yeah.
Ironically, they both left basically the same day.
Yeah, they left the same day.
Basically the same day, because Dallas got evicted that day, and then they brought back.
No, it wasn't. It was Kelsey and Lavita got evicted the same day. But they got evicted the same night, but they were okay. Yeah.
But Lavita had a chance to come back, and Dallas left that day, and then Lavita had to come that same day too. So technically, both of our predictions had to leave the Big Brother Canada
I just think Lavita got gypped.
Show.
I think Levine just got gypped from Maddie.
Yeah,
Maddie shouldn't have done that. But overall, I don't care what place you get. I think Levine played a good game.
Yeah,
Even though she
I
didn't get
agree.
far, she was trying to cover her bases with everyone.
I think Dallas also played a good game.
Yeah, I think Dallas played a good game too.
I think they made a mistake keeping Maddie that week.
Yeah.
It goes to show she won HOH again afterwards, targeted the trio, the newly aligned trio.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people arguing that if they got Maddie out, Dallas would have been very vocal about making sure Levita got back in and not Kelsey.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that would have changed the game dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit more about mid-season, because that's when we really saw Cassandra shine. Like, we knew she was playing a great game in the beginning. I even remember you saying in, like, episode 3 or 4 of Reality Room Podcast, you're like, Cassandra's playing a great game.
She did play a good game. I love the way she played.
So tell us about how you thought she played early on and then how she progressed.
So I'm very shocked of how very close she almost got voted out.
Oh, yes.
By a vote. All it took was one flip vote, and that was it.
It was a 6-5 vote.
A 6-5 vote. That was insane. And I have a lot of respect for Cassandra's game. Even though she got out 4th, she talked to the people. She maneuvered her way by talking to people and making it seem like it was real.
Exactly.
Like Kelsey, like, oh, I would never get you out. That'd be stupid for me. And then she she gets out Jared instead. And it just, everything she did was very smooth, and it wasn't too, like, it was kind of like she had like an attitude with people, but it was like a funny type of sarcastic attitude.
Yeah.
And it kind of like advanced her gameplay a little bit because she had the, what was the alliance? Tim, Joel, and Cassandra.
The Freak Show.
The Freak Show, and it worked
Freak
out pretty
Show.
well. And all 3 of them got out, so that is why I think the brothers.
all right after the
That's what I'm saying. The season is so
insane.
great. You don't. It's very unexpected. You'd think like the bigger players would go out early, and the weaker players would get out, and it wasn't like that at all. There was no weaker play. I don't think there was a single weak player in this game.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, even week 1, we see Paige or whatever, and
Paige just got because she like in the beginning she couldn't like socialize with anyone.
I know, and she's a Big Brother super fan.
Yeah.
So very disappointed that she got out early on. Then we had Sherry, very strong player.
And they got rid of her because she was a strong player.
Exactly. So,
and then they got rid of Christine because Cassandra was with other people, and Christine
they flipped.
Yeah, and she almost stayed. So.
Cassandra played a very good game, and she played, I feel, the Mitch game. So Cassandra and Mitch, in my personal opinion, were both playing the same game. Unfortunately for Mitch, Levita and Kelsey had the suite, and they only they scoped out that he was playing that game. Which,
I don't want to say, okay, Mitch played a good game. I don't want to hear that Mitch played a terrible game because he got out. What place did he get out? 8th?
I think maybe like 6th or 7th.
No, that's way too early. I don't think so. He was the first jury member.
7th then.
No, I don't think so.
I think 7th, yeah, because it's
after.
Oh, there's 9 jury members.
All right, so he would have gotten out 9th.
No, like 5th place. Oh, yeah,
place.
Got out 5th, but 9th. 10th place.
Yeah, 10th place.
Okay, so we're just
sorry.
We're getting confused here.
Yeah, I think Mitch. I really wanted Mitch out because it would have been like the obvious move that Mitch would have won the whole game because he did play pretty smart about the things that he did. And
I feel like him and Cassandra being on opposite sides almost every week was very entertaining, and almost every time Mitch got what he wanted. Mm-hmm. And that it just goes to show when he was on the block, they took that opportunity very quickly.
Right. So I think everyone played very quickly. Guys. All the Big Brother Canada 4 players, you did excellent job.
Yeah.
Very entertaining to watch. Really good strategic moves.
Great stuff.
Like everything that they did with the punishments was also pretty good too. It was really entertaining. We had the whole Joel getting married to Nikki, which is funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
And just everything everyone did was awesome.
Remember the Joel Cassandra date in the beginning?
Yeah.
and he had to dump her. Oh, I was watching that on the feeds. I was like, what the hell's going on?
I guess that kind of like wraps up the whole Big Brother Canada 4.
Yeah, I would say, guys, this was a great season. We both watched Big Brother 17. I'm sure you guys did too. And we feel like this was a great, 2 great seasons in a row.
17 and Big Brother Canada 4 were amazing strategic games.
Exactly.
It wasn't about getting. I hate seasons where they're just like, I want to get famous. Let's just do whatever everyone's doing.
Yeah,
no open minds.
Oh my god, my house was famous.
Very perceptive. Everyone had their own opinions. It made it very entertaining. Both 17 and Big Brother Canada 4. Excellent job.
I would say.
Good job, guys.
Players that defied my expectations this season, I would say Cassandra,
Yeah.
Maddie.
Yeah. Maddie, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey in a way did too. Who else defied my expectations? The brothers.
The brothers,
So
yeah.
Those 4 players I feel defied my... And Ramsey too, in a way.
Yeah.
Because every time he was on the block...
Remember
he
we were
won
talking
the
like,
veto.
oh my god, Ramsey finally doing something useful.
I
and
know.
then like all that happened, and Ramsey actually won stuff, and
Yeah.
it just shows how easy things can flip.
I know, so
And that is
easy.
so entertaining to watch.
Ramsey would love you, man.
Yeah.
Ramsey, you're the most useful in my eyes, buddy.
I guess that covers the episode, and I guess we can't do spoilers and live feed stuff because the show's over. Sorry.
Maybe some
The only thing
news.
some Rally Room news. I think The Price is Right is coming up soon with Big Brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's coming up at like the end of May or something like that.
Okay.
And what else? Big Brother 18 starts June 22nd on a Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, is it the 22nd or the 21st?
I know it's just on a Wednesday, June 22nd.
Check the date now.
I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd.
Keep talking.
Yeah. So June 22nd is the
Yes,
Big
June 22nd, guys.
Is the Big Brother 18 premiere. It's not gonna be like a 3-night thing anymore. I think it's just gonna be one episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's going to be a completely different season, but I hope it's a good change. You know?
Yes, because too much change can really fuck people's games, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I don't like when production gets involved in gameplay. I
can-
really, really don't like it when production gets involved in gameplay.
BB Can 3, anyone?
Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you guys for watching our Reality Room podcast.
Episode 17.
And the whole entire videos that we had up.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed on how everyone had different opinions on
Yep.
our recap. And
Please like, comment, and subscribe. We will be covering Big
Big
Brother
Brother
18.
Big Brother 18 will be covering that too. We're gonna get some guests on here too. It's a summertime, so we're gonna get a lot of people here. So
Yeah, it's
just
gonna be
be
some
prepared.
good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
So until next time, guys. Peace.
Later, Gators.